Hello guys, NautoAis here, and I want to give my thoughts on this patent slash rumor for the Nintendo Switch 2. So I've been following what's happening with Nintendo and the Switch 2. Yeah, there's a lot of negative story right now. It is what it is. Market condition, market situation, to a point that a lot of the new amiibos are expensive, and the older ones, Amazon and GameStop, are having a sale, but that'll be a different video there. So anyway, one negative that happened even when it was announced, even before the Switch 2 was released, and like I said, I gave my thoughts about it. Bill Trenton basically just said nope, and that is there will not be a system-wide achievement. However, apparently behind the scenes, they're probably cooking something, because credit to Nintendo Prime, Nash Weedle, and Go Nintendo, and other people who talk about this, but credit for them because that's where I found it, that apparently there is a patent. So keep in mind, this is a patent that Nintendo might be doing their version of a Nintendo system-wide achievement. So the key word there is their version. I talked about it in the past, response to Ken and Krista, that yes, during the Wii U Switch era, there were suggestions to do a system-wide achievement. One of the executives said, we're not going to copy someone. That's not what Nintendo does. And then Krista basically believed that Nintendo's philosophy, their mission, objective is games are fun, family play games together for fun. We don't believe in competition. We don't want to showboat. Oh, look, I got more trophies than you, etc., etc., etc. But with this, they might go 180, because they gotta need some positive situation, some positive story about with them, because like I said, lately they're being negative. Even Nintendo Prime said it. So what is this patent in anyway? So apparently it was filed on September of 2024, so it was a year ago, but then the patent, I guess, went to public, and people are talking about it, that on September 2025, I guess the patent was either updated or it was actually now a patent, and that is their version of a system-wide achievement. So that means, just like Trophy, just like Gamerscore, Steam Achievement, GOG, Game Center, whatever, that this particular system is connected to your system or to your account, and that integrated with various games, not in-game. So lately I've been playing The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, Switch 2 Edition. Game performs better, 60 frames. But at the same time, I've been playing with the Zelda Note to see if it's really worth the $10. And I'm going to give my impression that one in the long run. But a bit of a spoiler is, it's probably 50-50. Let's just say that if you already played this game enough, you played more than 100 hours on the Switch, this Switch 2 update, maybe, but to some extent, probably just best just to skip it, play other games. It is what it is there, but I'll explain that on an impression someday there. So anyway, back to this patent. So again, it's just a patent. I don't know if it's even a rumor. Nash Weedle basically said it's a rumor that they're going to do it. So you got to keep in mind, when it's patent, that means they just have the right. So when someone trying to copy them, that's going to be like copyright. So you can't do it, or you got to pay us. That's what a patent is. So they're patenting their version of a system-wide achievement, and it does sound like an enhanced, improved version of the My Nintendo coin system. So in the past, you earn platinum coins, gold coins. Gold coins, you can use it for discount for games. Of course, they discontinued that. Platinum coins, you get some digital rewards, or heck, free swag on the store. Low quality, but hey, if it's free, minus shipping and handling, but there's a different story there. That's what it is. And supposedly that they are going to prove that in the long run. And again, not only you get, like, I guess I'm going to go with medals, because that's what they're using in the Zelda Note. You can get digital or physical reward with it. So we'll just have to wait and see. What does it mean? Is Nintendo finally realizing that you're going to need some sort of system-wide achievement on their console? Definitely. They need a lot of positive news. They need something to turn it around. Because right now, consoles too expensive, games are too expensive, something doesn't work this much, amiibos too expensive, everything's expensive. Yeah, granted, it's tough, maybe, again, market condition, politics, whatever, who knows. They're gonna need something positive, and again, we'll just have to wait and see. Will it be awesome if this really happen? Yes, definitely. Maybe now I'll have a better reason why to get third-party game on the Switch besides playing it portability, I can finally earn their version of achievement or medals or whatever they call it. We'll just have to wait and see. And at least Nintendo's now saying that, hey, they got to do this in order for people to basically flock to Nintendo, especially with third-party games. And for some who are a fan of achievements or trophies, just like myself, might not even care about the game key card because, I'll buy a third-party game on Nintendo and I'll build my trophy system, achievement system, I don't know what they're going to call it, if it's true. So right now, it's only a patent. I don't even think it's a rumor. I know the StoryWatch Nash Vito said, it's going to be rumored that eventually in the long run, maybe 2026, they're going to implement a system-wide achievement, Nintendo version. Right now, from a lot of people have been saying it is just a patent. Patent doesn't always come through. The idea is to copyright it just in case if someone trying to steal their idea. So again, you can't steal concept unless you patent it. That's why, it's a controversy with right now with the Pokemon versus Pal World and some other ones. But again, patent is just patent. Sometimes patent fails because you have to send it to the government to see if they allow it or not, but that's a different story there. So there you go. Thoughts about it? I think finally great. If it is going to be through, if they are going to go through with this from a patent, great. Finally, they're understanding that, hey, look, you're going to need some sort of system-wide achievement. It is now becoming industry standard. That's why I used to do those videos for Nintendo before the Switch 2's launch. You got to do this. You got to do it. You have 8 years, and they didn't do it. But I think I kind of see now why. They probably needed more time. So the question really is that, is it because of the philosophy? Maybe to some extent. Miyamoto was not a fan of it. Trophies and achievement for him is like a dangling carrot. Understandable. You do get something, but mostly it's just bragging rights, and maybe they don't want that. And of course, like I said, with Krista, they said, hey, look, they're not about competition. They're more of just have fun with games. Kit basically said, because before the suggestion was just copy Microsoft and said, no, we're going to do our way, which with this patent, that's what it sounded like. So to some extent, it's not so much that, we're not a fan of achievement system. It's more of, I kind of guess, the lack of experience and knowledge. So they're probably trying to figure out how to do this with the Switch 2, with our Nintendo Switch Online, how to integrate it with the online network, how to do it our way without copying Microsoft, because that's what they were suggesting. So to some extent, it's more leaning as, they are trying to figure what it is. They're probably starting to learn. They're gaining the knowledge, because in the past, they probably did not have the knowledge to do it. They didn't know how to do it. That's why they just didn't do it. That's why with the 3DS, it was Street Pass accomplishment. Wii U, to some extent, really was Miiverse. To some extent, of course, there's no more Miiverse. Maybe they'll bring that back in the long run. We'll just have to wait and see. I mean, good concept. Execution was really poor. It was like a dedicated forum to some extent. And like I said, believe it or not, some of the games on the Wii U did integrate Miiverse and uploaded some achievement, believe it or not. Hyrule Warrior actually have in-game achievement that integrated with the Wii U. But again, it's just not the same as trophies or achievement. It is what it is there. So, it's great if it's going to come through. But right now, it's just a patent. But baby step, we'll just have to wait and see. So there you go. My thoughts about Nintendo might be considered finally implementing their version of a system-wide achievement. We just have to wait and see. As of right now, it is a patent. Nash, Vito basically think it might be true. It could be, again, but patent sometimes doesn't come through. The idea is to protect their idea. So if someone's trying to copy it, they're protected. You can sue them. You can say, hey, don't do it. Or there's going to be some problems. This is, the legality about it. It's just for protection. That's it. But for now, it's just a patent. But we'll just wait and see. Maybe 2026 or beyond. With that, I'll see you guys later.